Alright, so got a long overdue video. Well, not too long, about a week, but been pretty busy. But the Terabyte is now out, along with the Oppressor Mark II and some other toys. So we're gonna buy the Terabyte now. Check out all the upgrades and stuff it has to offer. Probably do a separate video later on the Oppressor Mark II. From what I've seen, the Oppressor Mark II is not going to be something that I'm going to use quite that often. I like my regular oppressor, so I'll probably stick with it. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so right away you can see, alright, so there's the Oppressor Mark II. Of course, you got a trade price and then the upfront price. The trade price, you're only going to get that if you buy the Terabyte and you do the missions that are in the that are along with it or whatever. So same thing that the MOC had its own missions, so will the Terabyte, and with those missions you'll get one of the missions will most likely have an Oppressor Mark II, and you'll fly it around and get the trade price once you beat that mission. So that's the trade price aspect. Let's see if they got anything on sale. Nothing to do. Oh, so the APC. For those who don't have it, APC's on sale. Seems to be pretty much all of that. Alright. So starting out, you see it's 1.375, so it's not that bad, honestly. Let's go with, so this is the interior. What is this, orange? That's 100,000 just to make it a different color. So that's with no color whatsoever right there. So literally just to make it black, from that to that, little bit of change is another 100,000. See what blue? Oh, that's pretty much purple, but let's go with that. Old school. Is that even? Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, neon. Park karaoke booth. Alright, so we got, let's go old school. I'm not worried about it. So what's this? The design of the walls, okay. So you pretty much can pick the engraved part of the walls. Little skulls. Alright, so you got a SAM turret that can come on there. I would recommend this. I'm not sure how accurate it is. I've heard it's not quite as accurate as say Deluxo missiles, but it can lock on to not only multiple vehicles, see multitasking, or maybe that's not what they're talking about, but anyways, see lock on to 5 separate targets, it says right there. So it's 5 separate targets at once you can lock onto, and not only can you lock on to 5 separate targets, it could be a person on foot as well as a person in a vehicle, so that's cool. Never been able to lock onto anyone on foot. And that's going to add another basically 300,000 to it. Alright, so drone station. Now this is something pretty cool. Now you can add this, and I believe this would come with, yeah, the drone. So you're going to get a drone, and the drone has a stun gun, and it can blow up. You can pretty much use it as like a suicide bomb to blow up your drone next to somebody. So that's really cool there. Definitely adding that. Let's see how much that is. So, oh wow, that's another. So just to get that drone aspect of it, that's another 800,000. Weapon workshop, nah. I mean, the only reason I'm gonna add it, I'm sure it's a yeah, it's another $250,000 pretty much. Only reason I'm gonna add it is because you'll be able to most likely buy special ammo there, and the Terabyte may spawn in better locations than an Avenger, so therefore I may choose this to call it up instead of an Avenger to refill my ammo. So that's the only reason why I'm going to buy it. Otherwise, you really don't need that. If you already have one, you won't need it. But you will need this, the special vehicle workshop. Now, in order to see, as it says, and to store the Pegasi Oppressor Mark II. So basically, you have to have the Terabyte to get the Oppressor Mark II. And I'm sure that's not going to be the only vehicle that Rockstar comes out with that we're going to need this special vehicle workshop. So we're going to add that, and that's another $500,000 essentially. So you're pretty much coming out to about $3.4 million, and that's before you even customize the actual Terabyte itself. That's just the inside of the operations unit. Alright, looks good to me. So it's going to add a contact page. She'll probably call and talk about the missions that are involved with the Terabyte. Go to the lowest garage level of Nightclub to modify your Terabyte. So therefore, so you can go there and do more customizing to it. And also, I was going to say, the Terabyte also acts as one slot for a garage. So basically, you could call up your mechanic and the Terabyte will come up, and you will have one slot that you could carry one car in, or bike. Yeah, I'm not going to fly over to the Nightclub. Get ready to call it up. Did it say it was going to be delivered to? That's just, I guess, just them wanting you to buy it.
You know we've got the DJ up there giving it their all hours of the day and night. And they're playing to a fraction of the crowds they should be. We need to promote this night.
Tony called me needing to promote the club. That's the first time I've ever had him do that. Wasn't sure if he was calling about something else or the Terabyte. Alright, so again on the interaction menu also you have the Terabyte services, which that was grayed out until I was until I bought the Terabyte just then. Okay, so these are your options. Tab access. I'm gonna set that to food and friends. Just going to request it. Like I said, we'll see how far away it'll spawn. Okay. A couple blocks away, nothing too crazy. Now, I believe this vehicle is very heavily armored already. I'm not sure how many missiles it takes to blow it up, but you can add additional armor by taking it and modifying it at your Nightclub. You also have to have a Nightclub in order to buy this, just so everybody knows ahead of time. You have to have a Nightclub in order to buy the Terabyte. You have to have a Terabyte in order to buy a Mark II oppressor. Okay, so we got a player scanner. There's no players to actually scan, or else I would use that. But basically, you could use, I believe, the drone, or no, maybe you just sit inside the MOC.
Okay, the scanner. You may have used something like this before. The cops usually run with an outdated version of this on their Maverick helicopters. Mine is a little more powerful. It allows you to scan other persons of interest in the area, and to see a detailed breakdown of their combat info, and any other dirt we can dig up on them. It's got some other features I can upload when we're running specific jobs, too.
So you just press right on the D-pad to use that. But yeah, you can basically use that to check out everyone's, like, literally everything. You can, it shows a player's income, their kills, their deaths. It shows a lot of different things about an individual, so that's cool. Alright, so probably got to get back in it. And, yep, right on the D-pad. Alright, so right away, like I said, now I'm not sure how much this would help, but just might as well be safe than sorry. So EMS is on sale right now. We got one. I'm not too sure if I want to lower that. I mean, I'm not going to lower it. There's not really much of a point in that. So turbo definitely going to give you a speed boost there, as it should. SUV is not necessarily going to look that great. I'll take those. Make sure, even though it already has bulletproof tires, but I like to make sure with every vehicle that I go on and check that. Some vehicles don't want to come equipped with bulletproof tires, so always check that. For a color, I'll probably just go matte black. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, let's do that. Match the MOC. I believe that's pretty much it. So not that much aesthetic customizing to it. Let's exit the garage. See how much speed we can get up here. It seems to be fairly fast for it to be as big as it is. I think it's faster than the MOC, I'm not too sure. It might not be faster in the long run, but seems to be fast enough. Alright, let's go explore the back here. Probably, yep. You hold right on the D-pad and you'll be able to go back into the back.
Hey, I'm talking to you live from... You don't need to know where. This is your truck, a vehicle I designed and assembled, from the keyboards to the codes the systems run on. We should have everything in here we need to take down any score we want. To the rear, you've got a specialized vehicle workshop. You can modify an Oppressor Mark II back there if you want to buy one. I mean, it's just a flying bike with twin machine guns, but I guess that's not everyone's bag. You just jump on the bike to modify or deploy it directly from the Terabyte. Your weapons workshop is over here. For the kinds of jobs I have planned, you're gonna need some serious hardware, so it's for the best you got one. The workshop will allow you to buy and upgrade a range of weaponry into superior Mark II variants. Or make them look pretty, if that's what you're into. Now, that big touchscreen in the center of the room is where you should really be looking. We'll QB everything we're doing from there, so log on when you're ready, and I'll talk you through it.
Alright, so she pretty much went over a rundown of everything. This is the turret station, just like on the MOC. Of course, you'd go back to the front like that, exit the nerve center. This would be another way to exit. This looks like a wardrobe closet right here. Yep. So then it's very tight spacing in here, that's for sure. So I guess maybe I was wrong. Maybe you can it's only a slot for your bike, maybe, because I'm not sure how else that works. That's another way to exit out the back. Okay, and then that's the weapons workshop. We're good there. Alright, so as far as, so this is your drone station here. We'll do that in a second. But as far as this, how this screen goes, we were all hoping to be able to resupply, like buy supply for your businesses from this, but you can't do that. You can pretty much do everything as far as sourcing. You can source anything, any crates, hangar missions, anything you want to do. You can pretty much do that from this. You just cannot buy supplies. It's unfortunate, but you can't do that. Otherwise, it's pretty much just a hub and center for all of your businesses, from your CEO to your MC, all your businesses. Let's play with this drone station real quick. Alright, so
the drone. Okay, I'm proud of this little guy. They may be small and fragile, but they're super maneuverable and pack a punch.
Really hard to actually see
if
they're trying to be
and you'll be able to shock people
discreet.
with the built-in stunner. Or if it's a kamikaze mission, the detonator should take someone out.
See, so you can see it. I think it emits a sound, so someone would know if they knew what they were listening for. But so you would hold that, and once it gets full, it would explode. Oh, it has a boost that flies up. Alright, that's cool. Then L2 goes down just like a helicopter. And see, it's sitting on shock, so I guess you hit R2, oh, R1. R1's to shock. Oh, she's down. Okay, it has a cooldown, as you can see. Wasn't me. It wasn't me. how would we go back to exit? Alright. So that's cool. You can mess with players. A drone available again, so you do have a cooldown time as to when you can get back on your drone. I'm sure there's definitely a bigger cooldown time if you were to detonate your drone. I don't know what that is. But let's register as a VIP. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Welcome to my app. If working for an idiot has taught me anything, it's how to make things idiot-proof. So you get to run scores with software that's actually usable. How's that for a change? There should be some names up here you're familiar with. All the illicit businesses in Los Santos and Blaine County. What my little app does is allow you to hack into those businesses, if you own them, to run source or supply runs from the truck. You know, like hack into disruption logistics for a gun-running resupply, or into SecuraServe to source your desired cargo. You'll still need to return the stuff to the usual places, but it should save you a lot of travel time.
Alright, so yeah. So this is the jobs right here. If you want to do the jobs, I believe you have to do 5 jobs to unlock the trade price. I'm not sure. If you click the Mark II oppressor, it will show you. So I'm sure I'll go over that when I do the Mark II video. And this is your air freight cargo special and your vehicle. I mean, this is really going to be handy too, because you could be able to, instead of having to go back to your office, you can just call up request your Terabyte, hop in, source a vehicle from wherever you are, and yeah, so that works out good there. And gun running supplies, that'll be a whole lot easier too. Okay, that's why I figured that's. So if you gotta be an actual MC to access that aspect of it. I wonder. All right, so let me try something real quick. If I go and retire, go back as an MC, can I access the other? Okay, no, yeah. So you can't access vehicle or special as an MC, but you can access air freight and gun running. And then that opens up the biker supplies, which would allow you to, any business you have open, you'd be able to source supplies for. Alright. That's awesome. Hopefully, eventually they'll make it to where we can also buy supplies from here. If not, it's no big deal. It's not, like I said, it's not that much money for it to be as useful as it will be for grinders and stuff like that. Like, we're gonna really get the most out of it, people who put the time in. But overall, I think it's a good buy for sure. I like it better than the MOC all day. Seeing if again it brought me any options. Regular oppressor.
You better have insurance.
Alright. Stay tuned for the Mark II oppressor. Coming soon.